Hello and welcome to the first Tweekend with myself, Alan at Blue Tweezers, and with Pat Mullen here. Say hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Okay, thank you. And welcome. We'll be continuing the Great War in Europe. This is, I think, the 11th video on this, which is wow.
Yeah.
That's we've got some fortitude there, sticking this long with it. But we're into June 1915.
We have the second half of June, and then we have the a strategic turn.
That's correct. Yep.
And all right, let's.
So I'll just send off a tweet if I may. There we go. Right. Just alerting anyone and there. Good. Right. Okay. So the second half of the turn, second movement phase. So I'm in the east, Pat, you're in the west. So let's crack on. I think let's zoom in on the east and see what we're going to be doing.
Retreating, I hope.
Yeah, probably. Let's see here.
Let's see here.
Look something up here.
Alan, I don't think it will affect much. But I forgot. I don't think it will affect much. But I forgot to ask you. I went and when I did the devastation markers, I went off the counter, like a scan of the counter sheet that they had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Up at Board Game Geek, and that's what guided me. But and the number I got was 12. But if you get a chance, you know, it doesn't have to be right now. It's like I said, it's not going to like seriously impact the future of the whole war. Do me a favor and do an accounting of how many there are.
Sure, yeah, I'll have a look in the game. Absolutely. Yeah, no, good idea. Okay. Yeah.
Because I see, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Because it looked like they were all in one spot on one counter sheet, but it very well could have been, you know, they get hidden away, especially markers.
Yeah. Sure.
it looks like in the game there are 12 of them, from what I can see, double-sided, which seems a bit redundant, but.
Well, I think, yeah.
Well, because there are plenty of other counters that aren't double-sided that are blank. You know, I'm
Yes.
like, well. All right, Italy. So remind me, reinforcements, they can be placed in, is it towns and cities or just cities in your home?
Home cities, or are they either a single stack or distributed 6 units in or adjacent to an HQ?
Right. So I'm saying in your home territory.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. I think I'm just about done.
All right. I am nearly done.
Okay.
And replacements are placed in the same way, correct?
Oh, sorry. Hang on. So, sorry, we're talking strategic movements or replacements first?
Replacements.
Replacements
and new units.
Yeah, that's correct. Replacements and new units, indeed. Yeah, effectively they're new units. Replacements just
right.
Once you buy with your RTs and stick them in the same box. So it's coming out of the Unix box, indeed.
Got it.
Home city,
right,
or the HQs.
And do we have a strategic move at this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just after the combat phase. Yeah.
All right. Well, I am done.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. So, your combat phase.
I have
in the west.
no attacks in the west.
No attacks in the west. Okay. Oops. Brief look at the situation there. Okay, that's cool. No big deal really. There's a little bit of a draw in the middle there, but okay, that's cool. In the east, so I do have a attack.
Go for it.
And an attack, and it's against the Austrians, and it's down here in Chernovitz, so
All right.
on the Romanian border there. So you have 6.
Correct.
I have 3, 5, 7, 7 and 7, 14, 14 and 7, 21. 21 to 6.
That is a 3-1.
It's 3-1, and I'll put my HQ in, because why the hell not? I'm about to have a strategic turn. So that'll be a 4-1 on the little table. Let's roll that dice. Hang on, I'm just making sure. Right. Okay. Just need to scroll down my message bar. Okay, so 4-1. What the hell?
You hit the button twice.
Oh, did I?
Roll a d6. If you roll a 1 to 3, it's the first number. If you roll a 4 to 6, it's the second number.
Okay. Probably take the first one, but okay, fair enough.
Oh no, that's.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. This is doing really strange things. This is this keeps scrolling me back up to the top. So it's
All
3.
right.
It's
All
the 3. Okay, something really weird's happening on my meshes bar. Anyway, it's a 3, and a 3 on 4-1 is a 1-2.
There you go.
We shall move in.
No more attacks.
No, that's it. I'm pretty sure.
Thus endeth.
Yeah.
The June turn. So now we go strategic.
Yes, strategic. Yep, indeed. Okay. So, oh, hang on. Let me just change something. I think here. I'll stick him in there. Yeah, that's it. So strategic movement for the allies. So
Right.
So we'll take these 2 guys.
Oh, that's correct. Yep. I got to do that.
I've got to shift them over to. Hang on. Oh, was that many? Okay, didn't realise I had that many. Okay, great. Oh, come on. Okay. Things are looking a little weird on my screen. Oh, no, that's fine.
Let me know when you're done in the east, and I'll begin.
Yeah. So that's. Knew I was one missing. Okay, so yeah, that bit's done. Now, up in Russia. Russia. 8 units. Sorry, Russia. Russia, Poland only. So, oh, right, yeah, no, I can do that. That's fine. And nothing particularly around. Oh, yeah. Sorry, forgot. Mustn't forget me Italians.
See? Oh, right. Volata.
Yeah. Okay. And So the Allies with a seed movement, that's seed movement. So this is just normal movement. So let's go. And that's probably what's that? Wrong button. There. Okay, I think I'm done completely, actually.
All right.
Oh, maybe not, actually, on the west. Yeah, in the east, definitely.
All right.
Thought about the west. Yeah. So. Yeah, done now. Have we got any comments in chat? A couple of people watching. Welcome. Let us know you can hear us if you wouldn't like. And so I think possibly a lot more of this evening will be the administration of strategic turn E. But
All right, that's it for the Austrians. And what did the Germans get again? 24, but it's doubled outside of Germany, right? Right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, E. So 10 for the Austrians, 3 for the Bulgarians. The Turks would if they were in. And we have British 16, French.
Is there anything I want to do here? I think that's it. All right, I'm done.
Okay. Right. So move the turn marker onto the strategic phase and let's crack on with that. Okay. So we put our RPs on to start off with. So yeah.
Well, that's weird. Do me a favor, don't move the west map for a second, okay?
Okay. Yep.
Oh, well, that's quirky. Evidently, a shit I'd sent back to the cup was hanging out in the. Never mind. Just vassal weirdness. All right. So we move the turn marker up, and
yeah, put the RPs on.
Right. So what do the Germans get? We're on turn E, correct? 10, 3, 24. Okay. And then the Germans get a bunch for the resources.
Yeah.
So 10, 3, 24. And then what is it? 1, 2. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4 cities. The 4 resources. That's 28. Germans are very wealthy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Belgian Serbs get nothing.
Yep.
They have typhus.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. So now we go to.
So resource phase. Any strategic turn events?
I have none.
Upload? No, neither do I. Okay.
Oh, yes, I do. I do.
Oh. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna unhide this. A U-boat goes into the strategic warfare box.
Oh, okay. Hurrah. Okay.
Where is that strategic warfare box?
There
it is.
There you go. Yeah. With a yes.
All right. Yep. There we go.
Okay. Right. That's that. Flip all supplied depleted headquarters units back up.
I'll do the west, you do the east, and then we'll.
Okay. Hopefully I'll
double check each other.
Yeah. That's all right. Done all of yours I can see. Yeah, there aren't that many anywhere in these. Loads of zeros.
I think. Flip. I think I've got. You might want to double check your guys in the east, but I think I got darn near everybody. And I'll look in the west, I should say, and I'll look in the east. And
yeah, I think you missed one of yours. Cambrai.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's everyone.
I think that's good. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so Near East, we forget about. Resource hexes you've done. Resource point transfers.
No, I don't think we need to do any of this. Let me double check my eliminated units and see if it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same. It's quite a stack. A little bit of organisation. Whoa, okay. Well, it's mostly Russian.
One, two, three, four. Yes, actually, the Germans are going to send 3 to the Austrians.
Yep.
Why not? Okay.
Okay. The French will send 4 to the Russians. And the British. Send another 4, I think. No, 2. Yep. There. Okay. That's the only transfers. Yeah, you can do six maximum.
Yeah.
To any other nation. Yep. Okay, not 6 per nation, 6 total. Okay, do you want to do any emergency replacements? I'm not doing it.
Let me once again examine my death.
Okay.
What is sorry, what is it you spend a how does it work again? The cost
for for the emergency replacements.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically you give me a victory point, or you take away one of your victory points.
And what do you get? How?
You get 2 dice worth of RPs to a maximum of 7.
No, we're not doing it. Okay.
Right, so next is strategic warfare, which we actually have a bit of. Okay. Okay. Whenever a U-boat event is brought into play, central player players must be a place event in the Strategic Warfare box. If there is, place newly drawn event the central player available until. Okay. In the box. Right. Okay. So the etiquette with the U-boat is when you get the U-boat event, you put it into your new unit box, in your available units box.
Sure.
And then in strategic turn, okay. So hang on, let me. Must place an event. For there isn't a U-boat event already present in the box. So now you place it from your new box. Now. If there is place.
Seems they're expending a lot of verbiage for no purpose on.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah, what it is. Yeah, sorry. I've just read it now. It's not worded brilliantly, but if there's a U-boat event already in there, when you bring another one in, you stick it in your new units box. Okay, but if you already have a U-boat event in there, yeah. If you don't, put it straight in. So you put it straight in. That's fine. You roll one dice and subtract the results from the current total of British resource points.
All right, that's simple.
Okay.
All right,
that's it.
4.
Okay. So that means British have 2. Okie doke. Yep. If the Central Powers UL die roll is 4 or greater, the US entry marker. Did you roll 4? You did roll 4.
Yep.
Move the US entry marker 1 strategic turn forward on the track.
Go ahead.
So that's over here, isn't it? So that goes from P to O. So the Americans don't like it. The first time and the only time that the Central Powers player rolls 4 or greater on U-boat warfare, you may remove the current U-boat event and place it permanently out of the game. U-boat warfare then ceases until another U-boat event occupies the box, either drawn directly from the CP event pool or already present in the available units box. The second U-boat event remains in play until the convoy event is played. So this is so you've got the ability to stop it. You said that it's a value judgment between how much do you want to piss the Americans off.
I think we're going to leave it there.
Okay, great. Blah blah blah. It's all about. Okay, that's okay. So replacement phase. Now return previous eliminated ground units to play by purchasing them a dead pile with resource points. Okay. So.
How many event draws are we going to be doing next turn?
3.
3. So I need to save 3 German resources. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me just sort all this stuff out anyway. Look in the chat.
I've built, and while you're doing that on the east map, I'm just going to give me a pause in movement. I'm just going to go grab my reinforcements from the top real quick.
Yep, sure.
You know what I mean? And then we can...
Yeah, stick them all together. That's fine.
Just give me 1 sec. Don't...
Yeah, I'm not moving anything.
All right. Boom. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh. You're using the east now, yeah?
I'm in the west.
You're in the west. Okay, good. Sorry. Sorry, map flicked again. So I'll have those back. That will cost. I'm just going to. Can I just scroll down at the bottom just to move my RP marker?
I am. Yes, go ahead.
So that goes to. Okay, right. Yep, free now. Right, so 5, 2, 1, 2, 1. Just going to do my RPs again, if that's all right. I'll quite get to the bottom of them. Or maybe if I extend it. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, don't worry. I should be able to do this. Okay. I'll grab my reinforcements. Ooh.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, it's an interesting situation, particularly down in Serbia. It's good that the Western Front seems to be taking a little bit of a toll of the German army here, even though they're racing through Russian Poland. And the Italians, well, doing okay for the moment. We shall see how well they get on. Ooh, got some pretty rubbish Russians here. But, well, you know, I suppose barrel scraping is the order of the day. Decent amount of Brits, though. Interesting. Ooh, an HQ. And some Australians. Do they have a flip side? No, they don't. It's fine. No, just only the 564s have the flip side. It's okay. And this guy goes in the east. And I think that was everybody. It's just Turks left. And the next turn we get another load of British. Oh, some Canadians. And some French as well. Not great French, but not terrible. And another stack of Russians, but not brilliant. And again, so there are reinforcements coming in for the Russians. Although it looks like it dries up in about a year's time. Yeah, okay. So, it's good. Interesting with the strategic warfare. Now the Americans are slightly more interested in the war because of it. So just looking at where they currently are at the moment. So this is 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, so strategic turn O is the end of 17. So that's kind of historic. So interesting to see. Now the U-boat's going to stay in there. If it rolls 4 or more, then it's going to nip up, and it's okay with the. That's advancing a few turns into 1917 if it keeps going. But anyway, I mean, it has hurt the Brits. Those 4 points would have been very useful. They've got a little stack there, which they could have brought on with those points, but never mind. Well, I probably would have brought some more French on and used the British to do the chip pulls. We're not doing any more chip pulls, are we? We're still stuck with what we have. So let me just check that. I don't think there's. The next one is G. The next set of events. I don't quite know what the hell's going on with my. G's, O's, K's. G's, O's. Yeah. C, G's, K's, and O's. So C, G, K, and O. So yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay on that. And so the next thing to be done after we've done the replacements. Right. Next would be Russian Revolutions phase. Okay, has a number of cities. Central Powers player in control in Russia and Russian Poland doesn't have any, so it's 0. A die, so there's no chance. No Zartek's command event doesn't exist in this game. No Brusol event. No control of Petrograd. -2 on the okay. Need to roll 11 or more on 1d -2. 1 dice -2. It's, and also it's a -1 for Königsberg as well. So yeah, it's not very close at the moment. Okay, next is Fortress Surrender. There's nothing to do there. Turkish Surrender, I'm not in yet. And US entry. Okay. The initiative determination next. So, any thoughts on how it's going for either side in the chat? Wax lyrical, if you would. Let us know what you're thinking on this. Certainly an interesting. And next one will be July 15. Yeah, so.
All right, I'm back. You ready?
Hello. Yeah. So next thing, if you've done all everything into the box you need to put in there, we need to go to your initiative determination phase.
Yes.
So
the east.
So you're sticking in the east. That's fine.
Yes.
So that marker stays as it is, and your OHL Oberost marker.
Oberost.
Okay, still I'd say full east. Still going great. Okay, and did we need to change the VP marker?
No.
No. Okay.
One went up. It went up in the east and went down in the west.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Abfeel versus Belgrade, wasn't it?
Correct.
Nothing else has changed, although you're about to get Witch very quickly. Next turn. Good. All right. So we're on the hour. How are you feeling to continue?
Yeah, let's see if we can get through to the new unit phase at least.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So first thing we do, there's no weather to roll, so we're on to the chip pool, I think. Event phase.
Spend 1 resource, draw 2.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go to the cup. So French down 1. Go to the cup. Apologies for this scrolling message box. It seems to be doing weird things.
That's weird.
It is, isn't it? So let's get rid of the pieces. And get the cup up. So,
all right, so that goes back.
Okay, so that goes back. And this is disregarded, I believe.
I have to look one. Should we have added some new events?
Not yet. No, it's the end of the year.
All right.
So
just checking.
I think we've been very very keen to bring them all out. So
let me see if the one I just drew is immediate, or I can surprise you or whatever of the, because I got one no event and one.
Yeah, I got no event. It's whether it's got a yellow stripe. It has to be immediate, but So that goes back, and just looking at the other one, what happens here?
Okay, it's a simple event, just played during combat. Okay.
Right, just looking my one. There we go. Okay, no, I removed this one from play. Okay, so
that's removed from play.
Okay.
That's removed from play. I'm just sorting through my events. All right, and these guys are all flip. Okay. Not flip, hide. All righty then. That's it for events.
Yeah, just okay. So new units phase. Just checking something up myself.
Allies place first, correct?
Probably. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, and just checking if Salonika counts somewhere to place. Probably doesn't, but I thought I'd just check. Yeah, I place first. Okay. Sorry, it's taking a little while. There's a couple of references on here. I just want to check. Okay. Yep.
So if we're gonna place, why don't you do the east first?
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, that's going to be a lot more work there. Yeah, I'll do the east. So, do you want to grab? You've got your available units boxes in the west anyway, so that's fine.
Right, right.
Yeah. So. I need the near east map just to place something. Okay. That's all right. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, I think I'm done in the east.
I am not done in the west, but I should be soon. I am done in the west. Let me get my stuff ready and plop it in the east, and then I'll hand over to you.
Okay, I'll just take my stuff across to the west to place. Then you can have the map.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, just give me this.
Oh no, there were two guys I did want to place in the west, but I'll figure that out.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can. I'm supposed to go before you anyway, so yeah. Okay.
Way kind of unimportant to anything we're doing. Oh, there we go. Mulhouse. All right, go ahead.
Yep. Okay.
I am done in the east.
Okay. Right. It's going to come back. A lot of British units this turn. I actually haven't got space to place them all on the first turn. So, and in a city. Okay. I think I'm there. Yeah. There. Right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. We're done on that. Do you want to give it a pause there?
Yeah, I think so. We're
Okay.
just yeah. It takes us about a half an hour to do these movement and attack turns.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes, indeed.
see.
So yeah.
So let's see what you did and what I did. Well, okay, so I loaded up in Poland, as you can see.
Yeah.
And let's see, West map. Yeah, it looks like the French are going to continue their offensive, or try to. The British are in a weird spot with the devastated hexes.
Yes, true. Well, they got.
Although I brought back a lot of replacements this turn at this new line, as you can see,
Yes.
It's much thicker.
Yes, indeed, that's right. So yeah, it'll be tougher, but you can see there's a lot of British just appeared, which is nice as well. And yeah, so possibly, but it's getting into tough terrain now in Champagne, getting into towards the Belgian border. So that rough terrain's not great either. Also, the Brits are on. One thing we needed to do was the Brits are on the -2.
The French are still -1, and the Central Powers are still 0.
Yeah, that's correct. And Allied is still 0. The British Belgian goes up to. Bizarrely, they put it on the Belgian colours rather than the British colours for that counter. But
all right,
good. All right. So yeah, we'll pause it there, and everybody can have a great rest of the weekend and get on with it. And the channel will be back on Tuesday with Jordan and I with the Lublin scenario of 1914 Twilight in the West. Have you had a look at that, Pat?
I have not. I have not had a chance. No.
Yeah, so interesting. I know you've got some experience on that system. We've had a few.
What did you think? Is it more of a back and forth?
It is, although Jordan seems to be backing off quite a bit with his Russians, but which is fine because he's going to get a load of reinforcements and have a go at me. My Austrians have usually been pretty horrendous. I've rolled some pretty horrible effectiveness checks. I've even had a division. It's only the third turn. It's already demoralised. Not like it's being attacked. It's just attacking. So yeah, it's interesting. I've got there's a kind of gap in between the two Russian armies, which I've sort of started to take advantage of, and so he's got to do some reorganisation. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's essentially the same system that you've played.
Yeah, I think I prefer Twilight in the East just because what I didn't like ultimately, like I enjoyed what we did on a small scale, but when we explored doing the campaign, it seemed very scripted. Yeah. And it doesn't look like Twilight in the East seems quite as scripted.
Yeah, no, I mean you've still got those strategic plans, but I mean it's kind of scripted because of the terrain. I mean you're kind of going to go forward both sides. There's kind of there's places to get to which are important, and the rest of it's not that important. It's just
the strategic plan concept in the game didn't bother me. It was more just when you added up the aggregate of all the rules, of how they were interpreting things, like the debatable, because it is a debatable point, right? Mm-hmm. That the French could have shut down that entire rail network, which they kind of didn't.
Yeah.
It really turned into, all right, so you're not within Schlieffen, you don't have room to change anything. You're just going to do it this way.
Yeah. And
then the French are going to do their thing this way. So you're just, you're making little, this is, outrage out advance, right? So it seemed to me that the sum of all that meant you were going to do some tactical tweaks.
Yes.
But you really weren't going to do nobody was going to surprise anybody with how they were going about the operations. But while Twilight in the East looks like that might have a little more of that going on.
Yeah, I'd say I don't know, because you've kind of got a bit of front and you've got an objective in front of you and you've got to head to it, kind of thing. A bit like in Offensive Air Trance, but I mean you can abandon it, but in most cases it's either fairly unachievable or eminently achievable for, say, the Russians on the eastern side. But I'm not sure you can kind of you have options. Some of the armies have two strategic objectives rather than just one, so you can kind of edge one way or edge the other, I suppose. But you can kind of edge both ways. In fact, it's kind of like you've got two objectives rather than one. But also, what it is the mobilization plan. So things can't actually move when you'd like them to. It has this kind of ripple effect as things get mobilized. So, the scenario we're playing, the Lublin, is where the Austrians sort of jump off first and almost catch the Russians slightly unawares as they're still mobilizing, and then the Russians build up. And it's not like the rest of the Austrians haven't got that. The Austrian First Army is kind of like it's like the Schlieffen, if you like, of the front, and gets its licks in first. Well, if it's not going to roll horrible combat effectiveness checks, but so it is. I think, I'm not sure how unscripted you can make it, really.
Right.
I'm not sure how much you can do with that.
I wonder if I don't, and I don't mean, I don't think they're being ahistorical. It's just playing to that level of fidelity with that rules overhead. I would want more ability to choose how I was going about doing things, and it didn't seem to offer an outrage in advance, and I'll take your opinion on this after you guys play it. I wonder if the Serbian game offers a little more in terms of that. Probably not, again, because of the terrain.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I think it's been built to be somewhat scripted anyway. I think that whole system, all of the games. So, but I'm not. The Galician one's probably better, and I suppose the Tannenberg area is interesting as well. In that you could try and do the Russians slightly differently or something like that, and what you do. So maybe the Tannenberg area might be the East Prussia bit of Twilight in the East.
Right.
One, I think the fact that you've got a lot of room, maybe you've got some maneuver.
Right. Yeah.
It's not as densely packed as the Western Front.
Right. And that's what I meant about the Western thing when we were examining it. It was, like I said, it wasn't one specific thing. It was like the aggregate of everything. So all the special rules and the troop density and everything added up to, there's only one way for the Germans to really do Schlieffen in a very narrow corridor.
Yeah.
And then the French are going to launch 17 and back off. And so it's about managing the system. The system's very complicated. So if you're just managing a bunch of details, but there's no, like you said, deception or thought about maneuver or alternate routes of advance or anything, that's why when I went through, I'm like, wow, this is just going to be not that fun. But like you said, the room in Twilight in the East may alleviate that. For me, right.
Yes. Yeah. There's significant gaps in places which you could, directing that, as long as you've, the strategic plan kind of works for that direction. But I say I'm not sure how much there is of that. But yeah, certainly there's slightly more scope. But anyway, for everybody listening to this slight digression and stuff, do join myself and Jordan on Tuesday if you have time to go through on, I think it's the 4th turn now of that game, and I hope to see you then. But as usual, thanks for watching, and last word to you, Pat.
Word. Good night, everybody.
Cheers. Bye.